The Eastern Sierra News brought to you by
T-Bar Social Club, June Lake's newest gathering place, offering June pie, New York-style pizza, and year-round entertainment in a warm, welcoming atmosphere. See you in the loop.
Well, Deb Murphy filed this story for Sierra Wave Media, writing, "You'd think folks didn't realize those bright red octagons at the intersection of Y Road and Highway 6 meant what they said. Stop." When grocery outlet owner Dennis Freud gave his business report at last month's Bishop City Council meeting, he mentioned the 7 car crashes near his store. It's gotten to the point where he hears the harsh sound of metal on metal. He just automatically goes to the store surveillance camera, so the film is available to Bishop Police Department personnel. Now, according to the BPD, of the 7, 1 was a DUI, 1 a clumsy turn that took out a motorcycle, and 1 was a hit and run in the parking lot. The other 4 were vehicles on Y Road, not realizing there was a stop sign there, and if they did, chose to ignore it. All of the accidents occurred between January 22nd and August 1st. Now, it's hard to imagine a local not realizing why traffic stops for Highway 6 traffic, but only one of the wrecks was from out of town. The only moderately understandable wreck was an out-of-towner headed east on Y Road, not realizing truckers from all points east were barreling south on Highway 6. But Caltrans has a plan. According to Florine Trainer, Public Information Officer for Caltrans, the agency is working on placing new stop signs with those blinking borders to alert traffic on Y Road that a stop sign is present. Trainer's email says the traffic department regularly monitors accident rates, and when those rates increase above the state average, a safety project is then proposed, designed, and constructed. Now, Inyo County planning to build its new Bishop office building in that same general area. Caltrans Trainer stated Caltrans will monitor traffic patterns once the building is completed and occupied to see if a long-term solution is needed. Thank Deb Murphy for that report. Well, the CHP Bridgeport area office has scheduled a driving under the influence, a DUI, and driver license safety checkpoint. That's coming up Friday, August 9th. That'll be taking place in Mono County, starting in the evening and going all night. Funding for the program provided by a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. News release from the Bridgeport CHP states the purpose of a sobriety checkpoint is to deter impaired drivers, remove impaired drivers from the roadways, and educate the public regarding the dangers of impaired driving. That full press release is on sierrawave.net. And again, that's Friday, August 9th. Let's drive carefully and sober all the time. Well, Deb Murphy filed another story for Sierra Wave Media. 7 Independence liquid ambers are looking at an uncertain future as the Inyo County supervisors discussed, then postponed action on whether the trees planted in county rights of way stay or go. All 7 were deemed inappropriate for their location, this according to arborist Rochelle Hare with the Eastern Sierra Tree Service. The ND7 are oversized, messy, and intrusive, much like a Labrador puppy, Deb writes. But Independence residents love their mature trees, putting Public Works and the supervisors in a bind. Now, based on a number of Save the Tree emails sent to board members, Inyo Supervisor Jeff Grippus asked for a 1-week stay of execution to give senders of those emails a chance to state their case at the next meeting. Inyo County Public Works Deputy Director Krish Cash is in the process of revising the county's tree policy, which will guarantee inappropriate choices won't happen in the future. The arborist report included a long list of much better behaved trees that Cash indicated will be included in the final policy. The first tree on the hit list, a volunteer hovering over a water main in Laws. That was a no-brainer. Off with its head, Deb writes. The first of the liquid ambers planted between sidewalk and curb, lifting the sidewalk and dropping its limbs on parked cars in front of the county water department on Jackson. Cash said the road department had fixed the sidewalk issued 3 years ago, but now it is back. According to the arborist, there is no good fix for tree. There was no good fix for that tree, excuse me. The other 6 were on at the corner of Main and Webster Streets. 2 may get a short reprieve with aggressive pruning of limbs encroaching on electrical wires. 3 are causing extensive damage to a block wall with root systems that are encroaching on a patio beyond the block wall. The force root system is wrapping around itself and through the arborist suggested removal within the next 10 years, the liquid amber is in danger of getting leveled in a windstorm. Inyo County Supervisor Mark Tillemans wanted to wait to set in those 6 until Cash and Public Works had a chance to finalize the new tree policy, but that may take another year, so the final decision on the Indy 7 will be on Tuesday's agenda. Well, there was discussion of the City of Bishop's tree policy, which puts responsibility for city-planted trees on the owner of the home adjacent to the city's right-of-way. Thank Deb for that story. Well, a 67-year-old San Bernardino man drowned last week in a boating accident at Lake Mamie in the Mammoth Lakes Basin. A news release from the Mono County Sheriff's Department states that on August 2nd, at approximately 7:03 a.m., Mono County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to Lake Mamie regarding a boating accident. A small boat with 2 men fishing capsized. The news release said as one man stood up to toss out the anchor, the boat became unstable and capsized. The vessel was described as a small metal boat, approximately 11 feet in length. Now, one of the occupants was able to make it to shore and survive. The victim, the news release says, appeared to have had difficulty in the water and was later recovered from the lake. The victim drowned and may have had a medical issue during the accident. Autopsy will be performed to determine the exact cause of death. That victim identified as David Sinclair Ermshire, a 67-year-old male from San Bernardino. We'll be back with more news.